Sean Lennon here. We are live at Roufusport in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Sitting right to my left, the LFA Middleweight Champion Brendan, All In Allen. It's a pleasure to have you on the show, man.
Thanks,
pleasure to talk to you. How's everything going for you? How's life?
It's good, man. Just ready to get this camp over with and get to fight week next week, man. I'm really excited, really pumped, and I can't wait to just show out, man. That's all I'm looking forward to.
And you were here pretty close to the new year, right? You started off after spending some time back home in Louisiana?
Yeah, I was home right after the fight last time in Minnesota, and been here since about January 11th or so. So yeah, I've been here 6 weeks or so, and I'm just ready to fight and go home.
Now talk about, fighting the Mystic Lake Casino again. You think that's going to be a good opportunity for you to come back to that same arena? Do you like being there?
Yeah, it was nice. I enjoyed it. They had good facilities and things like that. It was a good arena. I enjoyed the atmosphere. It was nice. So yeah, it's good to go back there. I'm just, like I said, I'm just ready to fight, man.
I got you. And then talk about what's coming up for you. Of course, Moses Murrietta, tough guy. He trains at King's MMA. He's had some finishes lately.
Yeah.
Three finishes in a row. You do not shy away from any competition. Talk about that opponent.
I'm excited, man. I asked for him. I felt like it was his time. I said it in all my interviews. I feel it was his time. He had some good wins, some good finishes. He had the right record. But that being said, I don't feel he's fought anyone like me. I'm a different guy. I train different than how I fight, and it's slowly getting put into that cage. But I really feel this time I'll be able to put it all in there and really make a mark, and I'm going to put him away. For sure.
Okay, and then talk about your last performance. What can you build upon from your last performance?
I feel like I kind of got lazy in the first when Tim turned into me. I felt like that was my fault. Nothing he did. Kind of slipped up on a couple things. It's just my fault. Mostly that fight was my fault, but I came back second and third and capitalized, and I don't even think he really hit me after that. I beat him up for those next 2 rounds. So honestly, I'm just taking that momentum and going right into the next one.
And this is the perfect time you feel like to fight. How many fights you want to get in this year?
I definitely want to fight right now. Obviously, this fight, and hopefully the UFC picks me up after this. I definitely look to go to something, a bigger picture. I love LFA. I have the most fights for them. I've done everything that I should have for these regional or lower promotions.
Sure.
So I feel like it's my time to go. Everyone that I started fighting with here is already in the UFC or somewhere else overseas. So I think with a finish over Moses, that's where I should be. That's where I'm gonna be.
Sure.
I'm not looking past him by any means, so I'm focused 100% on this fight.
But do you ever think like maybe it's good to take some time before you enter the UFC? We know a lot of younger fighters, they go up there, fortunately it doesn't go their way. Is there any thought where maybe I'd like to get a couple more fights in, or you're just ready for the call no matter what?
I'm ready for the call, man. I fought toughest guys that I could find around here. I'm not a guy that you look at my opponent's records, you can look at the guys that I've fought. Yeah, I've lost a couple of them, but honestly, like I've always said, I feel like that's on me. I don't feel like they were better than me. I want to fight my losses more than anything. I tell my manager, I tell my coaches, no matter what, if I get offered those fights, I'm going to take it. Whatever that means. As far as career-wise, taking a step down, taking a step up, whatever it is. Obviously, it's a step up right now, but that's what I want. But yeah, I'm looking at the UFC after this. But again, Moses first. I'm not putting anything past like I did before.
And who's been helping you get ready and train for this fight?
I've had just the normal crew guys that I normally do: Gerald Mearshart, Mike Biggie Rose, Jordan Newman, JP St. Louis, and then all the other guys that I've been with. That are normally in here. I hate to miss out names, so I hate to say names, but
Sure.
Those are just the bigger guys that I work with a lot. I'll have in my corner Scott Cushman, who I've been working a lot of pads with. He's been putting a lot of time into me. Matter of fact, we just finished another session today.
Right.
I have Daniel Wanderlei coming, jiu-jitsu coach, great coach. And then I have Jared Gordon, who's also been helping me with MMA jiu-jitsu. So he's been helping me since my last fight. So those three will be there in the corner, but I've also got to work with Duke a lot this camp as well. He's been helping me. We've been studying film and things like that, and it's been a real team effort, and it's been great. It's been a really good 6 weeks, a really hard 6 weeks. Paul Felder, we did a lot of things out of camp. Me, Paul, CM Punk, and Craig Eckelberg, our swimming, our running, things like that. So I got pushed a lot. I'm the bigger guy than them, so me being able to do the paces that those littler guys are doing helps me.
Okay.
So it's been great.
Yeah, it sounds like there's no shortage of talent to work with here. And talk about Paul Feldout. What do you think about his fight tomorrow night?
Super excited, man.
Yeah, every time he fights, really exciting.
Yeah, he's an awesome fighter. He brings a mentality that I just can't explain into there, and that's why I love to watch his fights. He's one of my dad's favorite fighters just because of that mentality. He's made a lot of leaps and bounds this camp for sure. I'm glad to have been a part of it because my frame was very similar to Vic. Vic was an inch taller. I'm an inch longer. So, yeah, it was awesome to be able to help him out and him help me out as well. So it was a very reciprocal relationship, and yeah, man, I'm just super excited to watch him tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be. Do you have a prediction for that one?
Yeah, I think he's going to knock him out by the end of the second, I think. I just, like I said, his tenacity and his mindset is just, I think it's going to give Vic a problem, as we saw Gaethje do the same thing to Vic. So I'm going with Paul all the way.
Definitely. And then for being the middleweight champion LFA, I mean, you're I think one of the youngest champions, not the youngest champion they've ever had. And, just talk about that accomplishment. Third time you got it done. It was your third
time. I should have got it done the first time, but, made a little mistakes. I was a little young mentally, I wasn't saying that I wasn't prepared, but I wasn't, I wasn't here. I didn't have this type of push.
Right.
Not that I didn't have the right coach at the time or anything like that. I didn't have the training partners. I didn't have the push. I didn't understand the push. I always wonder, I have these camps here now, and especially the last three, like, there's no way I'm going to top this camp. There's no way that I'm going to do more than what I did this camp. But somehow, every camp, it's more and more like this camp. I look back, it's almost over, and I'm like, man, I don't think I'm going to be able to top this next time. But somehow, I'm going to figure it out, and I'll top it next time, too. So, the camps are great. I just didn't have that at that time. And, I've grown in this sport. I've been doing this since I was fighting since I was 17, training since I was 13. So, I definitely feel like it's my time to really perform and really get there. And that's what I look to do next Friday night.
And you talked about you've been swimming, doing things outside of the MMA gym. Like, would you ever do a triathlon? Is that any interest for you?
I try it, man.
Yeah.
I actually heard Anthony Pettis and Jared Gordon talking about doing one as long as Ant's good after his fight. So, I mean, I'm down to try anything, man, especially with friends. We all push each other, and anything outside of here that's competitive and stuff, it's all fun to us. But when we step in here, it's more of a business type thing, and we do everything else outside for fun and to make each other better. So yeah, that's always fun, man.
And do you have a prediction, or not really a prediction, but what can we expect next Friday?
Just a meaner me. When I hit him, I want to hurt him. Like, I always thought of it as a sport, and we're just gonna go in there and we're gonna fight, But I really believe, like, we're gonna fight. Like, that's just it. Like, he hasn't fought anyone. When I hit him, he's gonna feel it. I mean, obviously, you hit somebody, you're gonna feel it. But when I hit him, he's gonna know that I mean it.
Sure.
And like I said, I don't think he's fought anyone like me. It's just the pressure that I put, the tenacity that I put, the strength, the size, the speed, the technique, and everything like that. It's different, I have a tendency to come out 100%. I feel where you're at, and then I'm like, I just got to be a little bit above you. This fight, when I hit 100%, I plan to stay there the whole time and be that much better than him. I want to beat him everywhere, and I definitely feel I can. So that's my goal. I'm going to be better than him everywhere.
Definitely. And you also have your teammates that are going to be part of the card as well, Josh Marsh and Nate Jennerman as well. So you're looking for them to start things going, and you finish the night off strong?
For sure. We're going to have a good night, and then we also got Lenny. I think it's Rufata. I don't know how to pronounce it. Ruffatti and Ring of Combat. So he'll be over there, and we'll be over here in Mystic Lake. So yeah, man, we like to go 4-0 that night, and I'm excited. I'll be glad to finish it off.
Definitely. Well, I want to thank you again, Brendan Allen for being on the Fightlete Report, LFA Middleweight Champion, and
thank you, man.
Thank you again. LFA 61. Everyone, check it out. February 22nd, Friday on AXSTV. And it's going to be headlined by a great main event, of course.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
Moses Murrietta. Brendan Allen is going to defend his title against Moses Murrietta. And it's going to be clash of two great gyms, King's MMA, Roufusport MMA.
Yeah, we're going to come out on top, for sure.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate it as always.
Thanks for the time.
Thanks for coming down. I appreciate it.